Adam, let me start with how surprised was this move with Washington getting Alex Smith?
Dan, what was amazing about it to me was not that Alex Smith was traded and not that he was dealt to Washington and not that Kirk Cousins is leaving Washington. I think all of that was expected. What was surprising is that it happened on Tuesday of Super Bowl week, January 30th. There were conversations I had with NFL executives last week, gauging the market, saying, when is all this going to heat up? And the answer came back to me as I thought it would. The Combine, where everything happens. The Combine this year is in late February, early March. So these are the kinds of moves that you were expecting 1 month from now. But the arms race got started early. And it got started early because there are enough quarterbacks out there. The Chiefs had a commodity. Washington had dug itself a hole with the way it handled the Kirk Cousins situation the last few years and not being able to sign him to a long-term deal. And Washington obviously got involved to the point where yesterday the Chiefs are on the phone with multiple teams, fielding offers, putting together a deal, and getting that deal lined up with Washington that winds up starting the Patrick Mahomes era in Kansas City, starting the Alex Smith era in Washington, and ending the Kirk Cousins era in Washington.
How much money is Washington saving by getting Alex Smith instead of trying to bring back Kirk Cousins?
Well, look, they gave him a 4-year extension with about $92 million in new money. So the deal is worth 5 years, $106 million, $70 guaranteed. You do the math on that, we get an average of roughly $23 million a year. To franchise tag Kirk Cousins would have cost them $34.5 million. To put the transition tag on him would have been $26.5 million. And even those tags likely would not have kept Kirk Cousins in Washington long term. So what the Chiefs did here, what the Redskins did here, is basically save themselves some money at the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. They not only secured the position by getting Alex Smith, but they got out of the position that they were in with Kirk Cousins having to deal with a new contract that would have been impossible to reach because of the leverage he had with him becoming the first quarterback ever to play back-to-back years under the franchise tag. So how much money did they save? They saved money. They solved the problem, but they paid a price to do it. They gave up a third-round pick, and they gave up a player that some people already have told me was their highest-rated defensive player last year, who will step in from day one and be a starting cornerback in Kansas City opposite Marcus Peters. And I believe he was the key to the deal here, Kendall Fuller was, that he was greatly sought after by the Chiefs. They valued him. The Redskins did not want to part with him, but they did because in the end, that's really the trade. Kendall Fuller for Alex Smith, because when Kirk Cousins leaves in free agency, which he's now going to, if the Redskins are inactive in free agency and they won't have a lot of money, then they'll get back a compensatory third-round draft pick because of the size of the contract that Kirk Cousins signed. So they get back the third that they're giving up, and they trade Kendall Fuller, a really good young cornerback, to secure the position that they could not secure for the last few years from the hole that they dug themselves into, Dan.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.